process for results. Please like, dislike, subscribe. I do subscribe back, okay? Comment, share. I am grateful for your presence here on the blog.
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, Grand Rising. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Had a weird day today, but I am grateful to pull up to gratitude and chill. Not going to complain, just going to give gratitude for being able to maintain up to this point. And really stay focused and keep going. I got a lot going on. I'm juggling a lot of emotions, new territory. Got a graduate coming up this year in my household. So proud. I don't know what to do. So proud. Cannot stress how proud I am considering what I went through with the Department of Education in numerous states. It was just a lot. And I think that I will start, I'm not going to say what I will do. Everything's going to manifest in its own time. I'm learning to give myself space because I do like the tool of creativity, like alongside with my life happening, things that I go through, things that I'm forced to learn, environments that I'm realizing I'm in, maybe last minute. And it's stressful. So every week, even though I don't just do it on Thursdays, I actually do it by myself. I do want to share their processes just after the energy audit. For me, it's just a moment of gratitude. Even if, like right now, I have so much that I'm juggling, so much that I'm sandwiched between, so many things I could be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But you know what? In this moment right now, I know where my loved one is. I have running water. I hope it's safe. I have running water. I have a roof over my head, and there's a something I do not have, even with my child. So it's just, going through stuff for so long consistently, you finally get used to it. Like, okay, what's next? So I'm learning and I'm gaining a particular strength. I guess we would call it endurance. But we've got graduation coming up. We've got so many obstacles. Healthcare, the wage limit with being able to have the medicines you need when they're astronomically expensive. It's like so many things. Like even a letter I got earlier last week, they were saying they were ending the insulin that she was on, and thank goodness I have the best doctor in the world. They switched her insulin. I'm not sure why. I'm hoping, even though, they'll say, it's the same insulin, just a different name. This is a human being's body that's used to a particular type of insulin. I'm a little nervous about, how it's going to go when they change. Will there be any of these red flag moments that insulin often does? It's so much that I juggle. It's just like a little tip of it. So I'm really just grateful that I'm able to actually do it. I'm able to actually take moments when I get overwhelmed. Right now I got some papers to grade, go home, school. I got a quarter report coming up the end of this month. And I'm really just grateful like I'm actually doing this. I'm actually doing it. I saw a map today. And I don't mean to be damper, but it's like I'm grateful, but I'm also aware of my surroundings, and this environment is just screaming out for help. Look at this map of like school shooting world population map. The map is horrific. If you can go to my community page. It's the last post that I posted, I do believe. It's shocking. My reason for homeschool really wasn't on the violent end of it. It was more of a necessity of medical care that was being denied through laws and policies and just, well, like, shouldn't have to look for a law or policy to do a human thing, right? So if a law or policy is stopping you from doing a humane thing for a child, you're a liability. I'm not going to get into that. Thinking about video blogging, journaling, I mean, video journaling, our actual process to type 1 diabetes. Just now I can speak from a place of, I want to say victory. There's a playlist on that as well. There's stuff going all the way back to custody battles, not having the Dexcom going on and off. It's just, this is why I say, on Thursdays, I can come here and give some gratitude up because I came through so many moments where I never thought that I would get to this space. So I'm even grateful for those moments. I learned so much. I learned a lot about rights. I learned that, you don't have to compromise yourself. Do what's best for your family. And if you are compromising yourself, make sure that it's worth it. If you're sacrificing, make sure it's sacrificial in the right direction. Like for me, I sacrifice what I want and having fun, as the society calls it. I sacrifice a lot of this societal stuff so that I can raise a healthy human being that I brought here to then answer to you. You really don't think about it. Like, okay, we're going to get him to 18 and then, get out and figure it out. I got gratitude and I'm not like that with my children. I probably would go to jail. Get off my case, cut your insulin off, figure out what you're going to do on your own. Oh, there are. I'm just grateful that this society, at the rate, at the direction that it's going, that it had swallowed me up. I'm grateful for this process of realignment. It's ugly. It's necessary. Realigning is so important right now. So many things are changing, whether people want it to change or not. Every day I'm looking at shootings, especially it seems like every day there's a shooting in the school. Every day. I'm grateful to be able to recognize these things that are so dangerous and detrimental to innocent lives, to remove my loved ones from that environment. I'm grateful to even know that I even have that type of power. You know, you wouldn't think like, oh, you have the power to take care of your family. I'm grateful that life put a dent in my fall in line journey. I tried it, you know, I tried everything. Only thing I didn't do was change who I was or who I thought I was. The only thing I really did. I could have blended in and muted who I was for other people, even though I really didn't know who I was until like last year. You know, the information wasn't clear until a couple of years ago. So I'm even grateful for that, even though it almost that DNA test almost killed me. I can say that it almost unalived me. Excuse me. Almost unalived me, but I'm like, it was worth it because it was a catalyst of birth. Me where I am now. Now I could have went the other way. I could have lost my mind. I could have went crazy. I could have done all kinds of things. I'm just grateful that clearly I have a mindset of strength. Even in my weakest moments, I clearly have a mindset of strength. Just speaking from an energy aspect, I have grown. And I just didn't grow just sitting over there in the corner. Like I had to go through a lot to get where I am. And I'm just really like grateful that I live it. See it because there were many moments where I never imagined this day would even exist for me. And I mean that I come to that reality a lot. So it changes how I see myself. It changes how I see others. You know, when I see other people doing like I was, you know, like just not caring, not aware, you know, going with the flow. I'm just gonna have fun. Like I understand how you get here. Because I definitely was here. I had no idea that I had a responsibility to be anyone to anybody. No one ever had allowed me to do that. But when I became a parent and a divorced, abandoned parent to the so-called misspecified late family, um, indigenous, I just try to do it the way everybody else is doing it. Didn't make sense to me if I wanted different results. And I'm so proud we did our graduation sitting yesterday. Everything looks great. Everything fits great. I actually got the wrong size. One, I think it was a 54. I wanted to get a 51, I think, or 53. But a 54 game. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it looks so good on her. The decorations came. I'm excited. Really would love to do everything right now and get it over with, but still got another quarter to go. I'm just grateful to have the main ingredients of the graduation already here. So I won't be stressing in the next 2 months. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this? You know, we got to get this too. I had a surprise this morning as well. I wake up, I rise, forgive me. A lot of people are like, why she talk like that? Because I'm a newbie. I'm more into my thinking than I am speaking. Um, I get up this morning, there's a warning on my Facebook page for my book page and my diabetic page. So, I really got upset at first. Then I started thinking, I was doing so good off Facebook, I getting so much stuff done. Even though a lot of my people are there, when I deactivated the account, I think a gang might have reactivated it. So I've been using it or whatever. So I got this warning that they're gonna take my pages for whatever reason. I don't even know for what reason. Like the reason is just so blah. Like I see no action. I was asleep. I only use my book page and my diabetic page for book stuff, no one to tell, and diabetic stuff on type 1 mom featuring diabetes mellitus. So I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I was going to do, graduation. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, no, this is Thursday. Like, I really done turned this Thursday thing into a whole while. Like, Thursday is the day where if anything happens, I have to find the damn incentive. So we're going to rock out with that, and we're just going to keep it balanced. Okay, hey, you know what? If they want to take it, they can take it. It doesn't matter. My journey is global. It's not going anywhere. So I did create a stream here, reschedule. I may just do the graduation private link. So I will probably contact you and give you the link. It's going to be easier. I mean, everybody be easier for everybody to see it on here anyway, because I have so many people blocked on Facebook. And I was going to unblock everybody, but I changed my mind. Like, for what? But I do know I have no one blocked here except for Patrick. Patrick's blocked. Patrick is blocked, but no one else is really blocked here. So, I know there's a lot of families that, like, can't stand Lily for whatever reason. They don't made up their damn lid. But at least they don't have the opportunity to, see her graduate. I'm just grateful. This was hard. What is that, 14 years of school? Head start, kindergarten, 1 through 12. That's 14 years of school. And in America, I should show you guys. I should show you this. Look, there will be trouble said, yo, she got the maps. I didn't answer. I do like maps, okay? Funny thing. School shooting worldwide. It's embarrassing, guys. School shootings by country 2023 is what you look up. I wasn't gonna do this, but it's just like this just was sparking my attention. It's been on my mind all week because every time I open my phone or I look at my notifications, there is news of a school shooting. So I'm just going to say I'm just grateful that I have dodged that because I'm just like, here's what happened. I had to ask the school if I'm mandated, which I'm legally forced if anyone doesn't know what mandated means, I said this to someone in the comments, and I just really be like, wow, this is how you people think? Okay. So if I'm legally mandated to do something, where is my protection while I'm doing that? Which is what they call civil rights. This is why I'm like, I don't know where black people thought civil rights was for them. That's not what civil rights says. Civil rights protects you on in employment and at work from discriminations that you can prove, not from ones that can't be proven and ones that's legal. So that's a whole nother story. We're not gonna do on this today, but every time I open my phone, I'm like, there are all these shootings. What is going on with these children? Even the block I used to live on, I saw like gunmen just shooting it up. Like, so I'm like, okay. I used to feel bad about having a homeschool, like something was wrong with me and my daughter. Come to find out, no, it's not it at all. Something is wrong with this. I'm grateful to know this. I'm just grateful to even know to look this map up. You see this. Hover over a tile for details. Listen, if your children came home today, hug them and kiss them, and ask them how their day was. Cause look at this map. It's not even like in a certain area. If I'm not mistaken, it's all of the United States. Hover over to do what? Oh, okay. Right. Brazil. Okay, so first of all, let's just go here. United. Oh, so I gotta hover and use. Oh, let me look over here just in case somebody stuff on here. I have a link in the comments in case anyone wants to come on. So I'm not really nosy, but it's like I'm a very curious person. I think countries with the most. Okay, we can go to that. That's fine. 19 countries with the most mass school shootings. So, oh my God, two from 2009 to 2018. So I want recent studies. I don't want nothing about the big United States. 278,000 students have experienced some form of gun violence. Every state in the union, they call it a union. What do they call it a union? 2022, 19 fourth grade students that was for what year? That was school shootings around the world. The notion that school shootings are uniquely American crisis is difficult to dispute, given their alarming frequency in the U.S. compared to the rest of the industrialized world. How can you dispute this? See, the news won't talk about this. See, I'm just grateful for the way I think, because the way you think keeps you safe out here. Even if you got to do something that nobody else is doing. You know, like I would love for somebody to tell me, "Oh, you're just living in fear. Why don't you let your child go to public school?" Well, probably because the faculty there are inadequate and are actually deadly to special needs children. This is why the mom just won at the Supreme Court. Pain and suffering. I'm going back for mine too. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going back to mine too. Yes, I am grateful for just pulling myself out from most of these situations that I really was not benefiting from. My family wasn't really benefiting from public school. My daughter can barely get up to go to school every day anyway, without an insulin pump. And being insulin dependent, most nights she was up all night trying to regulate her blood until we were made to school. And I saw that increasing, and it hurt like her seventh grade year. Like I literally had to homeschool her to avoid her from failing because of her illness. So when I say I sacrificed, I didn't sacrifice my child, idiot. I sacrificed my own selfish American bloodline. I sacrificed myself proudly, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to even have been able to stand in this life. I would do it all over again. Welcome to Gratitude and Chill. It is the day when you have the opportunity to come on up here where I just break down. We're not talking about too much political stuff. We're not talking about no AB 3121. We're not talking about too much genealogy. Just a little gratitude and chill. I can't really separate my reality from what I speak about because that is what my passion is. Like my life is my passion. So, little things might come up like this. This just came up because something made me look this up. Because the past, like, I'm literally noticing, like, there's so many school shootings. Like, just repetitiously, back to back, seemingly every day, somewhere. I'm a local news hound, I'm not gonna lie. I hound the local news, I got alerts for the locality of the news. I don't really do mainstream news. So I get to be exposed to a lot of stuff that be going on that they don't really talk about. So when I tell you I'm grateful, I can't imagine how many parents have had to suffer beyond believing in these institutions. Like, I'm just like, see, they failed me a long time ago. They failed me a long time ago. And I was in my daddy's child. I was walking around with my daddy. I was for 70 years, Jim Crow on. So I think I'm a little bit primed. I'm a little primed when it comes to not being a rebel. I was told don't use that word. I'm not a rebel. I'm just doing what God is telling. I'm putting God first. I wouldn't say like I can't say it like how somebody else would say it. I can only say how I put it. I'm putting God first in my life. I'm not putting man first. I'm not putting what man make up. I'm not putting that first. I'm putting my intuition to my creator first. And it's really helping me because before I was a people, I don't want to say people person, because I ain't never been a people person. I was a follower. I have to just say it. That's what it is. I follow what my mom said. I follow what grandma said. I follow what the children at school said. God knows. I didn't even know none of these. I was just following complete strangers. And thinking that was that like this is my purpose. To deplete myself. This is my purpose. See, being rejected over and over and over consistently on an emotional level, on physical level. You know how we are with each other. So being rejected over and over and over again made me realize, hold up, why do I have faith in this? Why do I have faith in this? Even with school for me. I never tried to, I hate to say it like this, I never really tried to kiss those teachers' butt to make them like me. I never tried. That is not what God born me for. I was not in my daddy's sack for 70 years before I was born to come here and do that. That was never my purpose. Now, mind you, 30 years I didn't understand my purpose. So becoming a mother first and then learning who I was out of order like that, really like it's a shock treatment. Because I'm looking back now and looking at statistics here. You know, people are like, oh, you're on school, how you know you smart enough? How do you know I'm not? Just because I wasn't able to go to school in this sick environment that they created down there in the South that I am. Just because I didn't go through it, how does that determine my intelligence? That is not how you measure a child's intelligence. And they already know they skipped me 2 grades. So it wasn't the point of me being intelligent or not. It was the environment. So again, I'm just really grateful that I even acknowledged the fact that I needed to homeschool. And this was, I don't remember the shootings or knowing about the shootings as much. There was so much pressure on me with the insulin and me letting her go to school, worried about her coming home and having an episode, around people that didn't know what to do. Having to save her life from home and running to the school because everyone's ignoring her. You know, I'm just super, super, super grateful because I could be today here mourning my child. Just from her needing specific care that they were never going to give her. So I'm just super grateful. God is so good to me. I am so good to me now. I'm proud of my princess. I'm even proud of myself because I could have gave up. You know, when I had to sign that NDA with the Department of Education, I didn't realize how rich in that moment I was, but they did. No, they did. They asked me, how did you get here? How did you know to do this? See, had I had a lawyer and had I been smarter, I would have had demands. I had a case. And that's all I'm going to say because I want to give a shout out to the mother who went to the Supreme Court about her child, who was a special needs child, who was neglected their whole time in school. I want to thank her because she was able to do what I couldn't do, and I almost lost my daughter twice. Maybe more than that for all I know. Because there were so many days that I trusted them. I'm grateful for that. Oh, she's so beautiful. She got up this morning, went to the doctor on her own now because I've taught her how to put herself first instead of putting this society, which is trash, instead of putting this society first. There are no rewards. What's the reward? Getting married? Getting a boyfriend? Becoming a single mother? Being a statistic? Marriage is a tax. That's all it is. Now the foundation of a marriage, that depends on the two people in the environment. So it still goes back to the environment. I'm grateful. I'm trying to build a safe space. They're attacking me on Facebook. That's fine. I'm so used to it. It's like if I was taking off my clothes, acting like an HOA, you know, I wouldn't deal with these things. But at the end of the day, I'm proud. I have gratitude for my life and yours. There's a problem in the United States. There is a problem here, and I'm grateful that I can recognize it. I hope all is well with all of my viewers. Just take a moment. Take a moment every now and then. Everything is just upside down. A lot of stressors running around. Give yourself some break. Every Thursday we're gonna pull up here and we're gonna give out some grace. Cause nobody's thinking like that nowadays. Like I literally saw 6ix9ine get jumped, and I, as a human being, and someone with one with a heart, like it was hard for me to watch that. But I'm not condoning what he did or what anybody else did. That's not my perception. It was hard for me to watch harm come to another person. Like I'm universally like that. Even the people I probably don't even like, I would never want to see them demolished or harmed. There's these children, like we have children. I brought a child into this field. So I'm learning tools to ease my responsibility and hopefully ease the odds of having a strong indigenous youth not be a statistic. It's crazy out here. I'm just grateful that, my circle is small. People invite me somewhere. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. They don't understand why. Like a lot of people don't understand my ways because they don't understand the trauma that I have had to live behind consistently, especially with guns since I was 4 years old. 44. 40 years of gun violence. Yeah, I'm not coming. If we do it virtual, I'm not coming. Now to see this, like, I'm proud to be able to have a homeschool graduation. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this map, yo. So no one else has any forms of issues. No one. No one has any forms of issues with gun violence. Some of these places are even at war over here, but they ain't warring where the school at. You talking about gratitude and chill, you better get up here and give thanks. I'm grateful, just grateful for the peace, grateful for the space. This is the hardest thing to do is to show gratitude in the midst of storms, because this is a real storm, and even for me to even do this every Thursday, there might be some days I can't even pull it off. This week, if gratitude and chill was on Tuesday, it would have been so different. That was my brother's my murdered brother's birthday. And every year I go through something different lately. It used to be when I was drinking. Oh my God. It was all these death murders anniversaries. And it's crazy because my daughter is named after two people and both of them was murdered. Her aunt and her uncle. Both of them. So I come from a different perspective than most other people, which is to be expected because no one has walked my walk. So I really do appreciate those that are able to see me for who I am, see my content for what it is, because it's really just a cry for help. But not help for me, help for this place. It's a cry for help. I want people to know that, listen, I know something's not right. What I can do is not contribute to the field. I'm not going to raise a baby mama. I'm not going to raise an angry black woman. Now, they call me that all the time. No, I got that, I'm about to say something. I got that Mohawk blood in me. They got nothing to do with no black woman, okay? And I was raised by a Cherokee and she didn't play, okay? So yeah, that's not that. That's not this at all. Um, if you don't find the gratitude, even if there is nothing positive like this, there's nothing positive about this. Teachers or something. I swear it was yesterday, faculty members just got shot in the school. While I think a teenager, the 6-year-old child shot the teacher. Okay, she's like terrified to go back to school. I don't blame her. I'm terrified of you freaking kids too. Yes, I am. Because there's some of us that really are not into that. Like, we know how priceless life is, especially in my household. You know what I mean? If I had to save my daughter's life, you have no idea the anxiety that comes with having your loved one's life in your hands. And every decision you make determines if they live or not. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I stood up to the medical society, the mental health society, and let them know that y'all were not going to medicate me anymore when I got to medicate her. The diagnosis that they gave me all them years was fake. Because I lied to them, because I was lied to about what happened to me, so I lied to them. So you got to be mindful out here. I'm just grateful for everything that I came through. I could say it and shot it from the rooftops. I don't think I was really supposed to be here today. There were so many traps set for me, and I fell in most of them. And I think it really was my gratitude. I have a good heart. There were a lot of people that were good to me in my childhood. I can't forget that. I can't overlook it. And I also have to be good to her. I provided a safe space for her to get an education. That is the least I could do. Consider it. Like, look at this. I don't know why this came up today, but excuse me, gratitude and chill may change it to, like, it may manifest into something else. I don't know. But look at this map. School shootings by country, 2023. Do you know it's March? It's only March. Do you understand that? Like, it's literally only March. I don't know. I talk to my child. I ask her about her emotions. I give her room and space to have her emotions heard, you know. And I think that is so beautiful to do because I really didn't have that. I didn't have space for them. So I don't know if that's the problem. I'm sure it's a number of different problems going on. You got the wage gap. You got all these problems and 492 pages of abuse that mainly singles out brown skinned people in America. So I'm pretty sure this map is correlated somehow to the prison, school to prison pipeline and the 492 pages of abuse, which we will be covering tomorrow, baby. 5:55 p.m. We got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think we are on chapter 10 or 11. I can't really remember right now. I just want to show gratitude to you for spending your energy here on my channel. To our new subscribers, we got up to 273. I swear last week I looked and it's like 230 something, 220 something. So I really appreciate your energy. Your energy helps build my channel brick by brick, as Karen Hunter says. I want to send some love to There Will Be Trouble and to Karima. Both of them are my moderators, and we also have Keith Pritchett from Facebook, moderator. I'm sure something came up with them. and they weren't able to pop in, which does not matter because there's going to always be the replay, baby. Um, I ate good today. Baby girl went to the doctor, got her medicine straightened out. I don't know if people know about being a proxy to your um, children, adult children as well, because the illness my daughter has, if she's ever incapacitated, I do not want the state to make decisions about her health. So she agreed to let me be her proxy, which is basically not me running her life, but having a backup plan in case she can't do it. We do not want the state to be responsible of making any life decisions. Not at all. I do not want that to happen. I don't know if other households are aware of this, but that's very important. Have a proxy on your loved ones. I almost believe anyone can be a proxy on anyone as long as they agree to it and you actually talk to them about it. Don't go running out there putting proxies on people like my ex-husband did with their damn insurance. Okay? Don't do that. Make sure they know you active in their life before you go and put some stuff on. But that is a very good option for single families, multiple families, for all the families. You know, it's very important. I'm grateful for my mindfulness. You got to be mindful out here. You will lose your life quickly. Ask my brother. I ain't know. I saw people get murdered at 4. So I know how wicked it is out here. Everybody can act like they kumbaya here all they want. I ain't know better. Look at this map. You're sending your babies taxpayers. You're funding this. Taxpayers are funding public education, are they not? I'm just grateful that I don't want to say I'm woke, because people have made that word a degenerate. They have tore that word to smithereens. I'm grateful I am mindful of facts. And you know we do facts over here and social responsibility.
Social responsibility isn't a deep shift because it's a voluntary tactic, a reaction to a certain market at this point. And as the corporation reads the market differently, it can go back. One day you see Bambi, next day you see Godzilla.
Okay? So, this was definitely a gratitude and chill. I'm just really shocked by this map, and I had to share it because normally I see all kinds of stuff, but I just don't be sharing it. Truth be told, I want you to know you had me hollering in my living room. I'm like casually listening to him, on his live. Him and Karima was up there, and he says, "Make sure you go check Shelf on the block out. She got the maps." Yo, I hollered because he's right. I do. I love maps. I love maps. I remember when it was time for me to leave Philadelphia. Well, it's weird because how did I not know I was moving to North Carolina? Oh no, I must have been telling my class like this where I be going down to in the south, trying to show it to them on the map because I knew 95. So I'm looking at the map. This was in the 80s, so Four Oaks wasn't on the map. So I'm like, well, it should be right here, but I'm not here. I had to get up and show the class where I was going in the summertime. So I was like, I was going to the south. So I'm not gonna lie, I've always loved maps. And even when I was a young girl, I'm like, why is Forks not on the map? I didn't understand the population map went by population. Just because the population wasn't shown on a map doesn't mean it did not exist. It just means that there was a particular threshold to make the map and they didn't make it. See, I'm very smart. Given the right opportunities, as in leave me alone and let me figure it out. I do not like anybody hovering over me. I don't like being told what to do. None of that type of stuff. You're not gonna be hollering at me. Like I have those things that don't make me a perfect assimilated worker. Like I just can't. Especially when you making less than $10 an hour. So you gotta be kidding me. See, like I said, I was in my daddy's sack for over 70 years, okay? Here. Yeah, I'm not for it. I already know what's going on here. I really thought that this, like, none of this stuff would be going on in 2020. I don't know what the heck. The 90s, I must have been drunk. Through the whole 90s and the first beginning of the 2000s, I clearly was drunk. Because I don't ever remember it being this bad. But that's what happens when you're used to feeling. You know? And today, I can just say that I'm grateful that everything that I went through didn't change me for the worse. It helped to build me up, to be a great mother, which statistically, socially, child, they would sweep it out of my bed mother just because of my skin. I'm not even a grandmother. Do you know how rare that is? Hell, I had my daughter married at 25, and I feel like I did something wrong. I got treated like a baby mother for real. So it's like backwards out here. I didn't even get a baby shower. Like baby mamas get baby showers. I get mad when somebody call me that. Excuse me, I'm the hated ex-wife. Excuse me, I am not a baby mama. They get taken care of. Okay? They family babysit and everything. No, I'm the wicked ex-wife from the West. No, I'm sorry, from the North. The angry black woman in quotations because I ain't black. Peace and love, peace and love. Listen, if you don't have fun with your process will have fun with you. Okay? This is a beautiful process to grow into. I got a graduate coming up, guys. I was intelligent enough to pull it off. I was even intelligent enough to know that I can legally do this. Still a little bit upset about paying taxes to the school district, to my taxes. But hey, what can you do? I don't run this place. So I will offer, if anyone is interested in how you can homeschool your child, I'm willing to help in any way that I can. I truly mean that. You don't have to be in the state that I'm in. We can look up the laws on your state. We can do it on a Zoom call, however you want to do it. We can look up the laws in your state, see your options financially, emotionally, physically. Will you have time to be there? Can you afford to stay home and teach your child? Like, these are important things that nobody thinks about when you get that pregnancy test or before you get one. How are you going to provide an education? Oh, the state going to do it. Really? Oh, that's different. Okay. After a 492-page report of abuse came out, somebody can actually tell me that after sitting here looking at this map of school shootings in the first 3 months. This is just a 2023 map. I didn't ask for anything but 2023. And this is why I'm grateful. Because I'm aware. And being aware, sometimes it's life or death. I hope my daughter is proud of herself. One, for standing against the crowd, being brave and courageous, to do something honey her grandparents had to do because they had to be homeschooled. And those schools that black people went to before the 1900s, excuse me, before 1965, they was considered homeschooled and unrecognized. I hope that she's proud to know that her grandparents, none of them were able to graduate, but they fought in world wars, and she was able to be recognized for the same education they were able to get, except a little more, a little better, a lot better. The baby girl, my baby girl is post-college level academically. I'm not going to throw out no numbers until we do our last quarter. But she's graduating with honors. Why? Because she's went above and beyond basic education. Critical thinking, economics, civics, ethics, common law, citizenship, different types of citizenship, trust law, AB 3121. There's no need of her going into a job or a career blindly. Look at that report, baby. So you'll know how to maneuver. I hope she's proud of herself because she's done amazing, amazing, amazing. And I'm proud that I was aware that she needed a safer space. Oh my goodness. Peace and love, baby. Gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the key. Through it all, I even feel a little better than I did before I got up here because today was a little stressful. And I was like, maybe I don't know. She's going to get on here. We're going to throw up some gratitude. And we're going to keep it moving for the rest of this weekend. This map is crazy. Let me take it down. And let me tell you how to go look it up again. School shootings by country, 2023. That's all you got to enter. It'll come up. It'll come right up. Please, oh my God, I can't stress this enough. You gotta be safe out here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show the map one more time, just to be clear. One more time. Now, again, this is Gratitude and Chill on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Other people are welcome to pull up. It's not a requirement, but you are welcome. I will start putting the link in the chat on Thursday. But I'm just really hoping that things change and change for the better quickly. There are so many mothers out here mourning their babies if this map is correct. I can't imagine what this life would even be like. It's like things were just better. I can't even imagine. Like, if it was safe for our babies to go to school, safe for us to go out in our community and build things and revamp new energies without fear of someone being jealous or just evil and just ending it all. It's just, you got to be grateful. You know, I'm just grateful for being able to be aware at this point. You know, I worry about the youth because I have one. It became a detriment for my child to even go to school just to be cared for by the adults that were there. That broke my, I was like, where is there a safe space? Is there a safe space on this land? Okay, well, if I can't find a safe space, I'll search for a safe space for 30-something years. I had to build my own safe space. And it grew into a homeschool. So again, I will say this. You can homeschool your children. I'm in the highest regulated state there probably is in the United States. I'm in New York. And they tell you, oh, it's highly regulated. Don't let those words fool you. What's wrong with regulation? That's just the state making sure that you're not teaching them no Nazi stuff or some racism. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like they want to make sure that you're on track with what this child should be learning. They're not going to say, oh, well, you can't teach that. You can't. They just want to be sure. I gave them 12 pages of curriculum for 10th grade. They was like, oh, you don't have to send us this. Yeah, I just want you to know, you know. And I tweak the curriculum. I pay a certain company. I tweak a curriculum. Some things I take out. Some things I leave in. There's things that she needs to be exposed to, but in a safe environment. Not with other students trying to get their fill on or drugs and all this stuff going on, all these guns, peer pressure. I need to look up how many ODs is in the school in 2023. This map only represents 2023. Now, if I had a big platform, I might could change things. So that's going to take you sharing this information because ain't nobody talking about it. I'm telling you, I was sitting here waiting to do gratitude and chill, and I was going to cancel it. And I was like, girl, you going to do this. Then I got me something to eat because I was cooking some pepper steak. It came out so good. Then I'm like, yo, I was just thinking, like, it's been depressing me. Every time I scroll my phone, I see a school shooting somewhere. Texas is on fire, too. I don't know what is going on down there from shootings, but it's certain places only get certain news. So when you're like a local news town, like I am, for gun violence, like threats, gun violence, and like environmental hiccups, like the train thing, like those things come on my phone, and I'm looking at my notifications last week, and I'm like, this is insane. There's like 12 notifications. I'm not gonna say one day, 2 days. So the next morning I got up and I looked, and I'm like, oh my God, this means that there is a shooting in a school, by a school, including, with a student or a faculty member being someone who works there or a teacher every day, somewhere on this land, sometimes more than one location, more than one shooting. Oh my God, I just gotta be grateful. That is stressful to know. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to know this because taxpayers are funding all of this stuff. And it's not the point of finger, but do you know what your energy is producing? You're working real hard. You're leaving your children in the hands of the state in public education. Look at this map. Look at this map. I want to give gratitude for you sharing your energy with me. Please, if you can, like this video, dislike the video. Cuss me out. Can't please share it. Even if you don't share my video, you don't want me to have 1,000 subscribers, you don't want me to have no support, at least vocalize this to someone. Ask them, do they know that this is happening? Ask a parent. How are these babies doing? Are they okay? Ooh, much gratitude even for the thoughts that are coming through my mind right now. I mean this. I was 4 years old when I saw someone get shot and killed on my way to school, 23rd and Lehigh. No one ever asked, was I okay? To this day, 20 years later, no one has said a freaking word. My brother was murdered. No one ever asked, was I okay? My daughter is named after 2 murdered people. No one ever asked me, was I okay? This is why I have gratitude, because I haven't lost my mother. I have not lost my mother. I got to be grateful. I saw a man killed at 4 years old on my way to Catholic school. You want to talk about normalizing? I do believe I was on the news. I was like, I didn't know what murder was until today. I remember that I was on the news every day time, me and my dad. Don't nobody know about my dad because he died in 1988 or 89, I believe 88. He's been going so long, it's hard for me to remember. I can't say that I remember. He was very old. Y'all know I was raised by a true elder. Y'all ain't got nothing on me. My mom was born in 1914, and my dad that took care of me was born in 1899. I'm blessed. And I do believe me being in my dad's sack of jacks for 70 years before I was born had something to do with my intelligence as well. And had something to do with my burnout with the slave. Not with the physical realm, not with my life, but just this environment. So I subconsciously had to be here for 70 years in this environment. My dad was born in 1909, my biological father. So did this weird, disgusting, hateful, evil environment, and his mother chose the bad. So you can just imagine what his life was like in Virginia. Just imagine what is leaving in my DNA. I don't think that I'm a rebel. I think that I've been here a long time. And I've been through enough, even in my this physical existence right here. I've seen so much at the hands of adults. I'm not even going to bring the youth into this. At the hands of adults. I've even seen my daughter get bullied by adults. I went through it with the public education. And I'm so glad for this mother who could afford to do what I could not do when my child's life had been in danger. Consistently, day in and day out. I wish I could have sued and won at the Supreme Court for my daughter, but I couldn't afford it. The pandemic coming was the best thing for me. Saved my baby's life. Because no one wanted to help her with her diabetes. They wanted her to be a strong black woman. This is what the black nurse told my child. If I don't have time for this, you're going to have to be a strong black woman. This is what she told my child. Dependent on insulin. I'm grateful to know the abuses that my daughter had to go through so that I could get her in therapy. Because United States, if your goal was to make us not want to participate, well, you did a good job of that. Look at this man. I'm grateful for the process that I went through to get me to the process where I'm at. And where I'm at now is in healing mode. Healing what I thought I knew, healing what I thought I knew about people, places, and things. Regaining my pride for taking my responsibility for doing what I needed to do for my child. Even though God made it a way for me to do it. God put me where I could not earn an income to keep what she needed to live. That damn insulin and these insulin pumps and these sex pumps, it costs money. Real money. I ain't talking about they cost they are higher than mortgages a month. There's a video on here. I had to pay $4,000 cash for some insulin one day, and thank God I only had to get some of it. And I think I paid $400 for one box of insulin. Okay, my baby gets a big bag every month from 2 different places. So even though, people are like, oh, you don't work, you have no idea how rich I am. You have no idea the riches I receive, because what the riches that I have ain't gonna make the insulin and the machines that come in here with that zero balance ain't gonna make another household feel good. Because they don't have a child whose life is in the balance without these things. So when you stop and say, oh, so wait a minute, you're sacrificing your life You can't have a boyfriend. You can't go to nothing. You can't go to work. If I make over $2,000 a month, she loses her coverage. Most people don't know that. This is why I'm saying sometimes I could be, listen, I'm going bald. I'm going bald because I'm stressed out. I just had to pull out of nowhere tuition to pay for my daughter's homeschool. Like, people see you, but they don't really see you. They don't really know what you got to endure. And all these parents, where this blue part of this mattress is, all of these parents get up every day working 60 to 70, 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Trusting. Trusting. Half of us apply, our lives literally fit into 492 pages of reviews. I don't even understand that part at all logistically, but that's a whole another live on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Somebody want to touch that. But there are the times when sometimes you can hear some information from a perception that you really never thought to use. Just be grateful when you get that type of information because it may just save your life. I'm grateful for this chance to spend some time with you on the block. I'm not going to talk to you on tonight. I wasn't even going to go that long because I was up here by myself. I will say this, the link is in the chat. If you want to come on, share some words, you are welcome. If not, I'm going to leave this on for about another 2-3 minutes. And I'm going to shut this down so I can get my daughter back her laptop so she goes to school. She had some time off today because she had her type 1 diabetes mellitus follow-up. And again, I have to say I was so grateful that my daughter, she's able to go by herself. A lot of people are like, what do you mean? That's not a big deal. Yes, it is. Type 1 parents have to go to a doctor's appointment consistently. Consistently. And how can I say this? I'm trying to phase her into, since she's turning 18, everything changes for her legally. I'm trying to prepare her for that. And that is another thing parents are missing out on with this public school schedule. And everybody working 9 to 5, by the time you get home, you're tired. Are you teaching your children these new phases? Like, I'm even teaching my daughter, try not to have any police interaction. You're on an insulin pump. She's going to throw you on the ground and injure you. She wears needles and wires inside of her, like she wears devices for her health. So I'm warning her, please don't even get any no interaction with the police. Please. You gotta watch your friends. You gotta watch your environment. And there was a time when she probably thought I was tripping. Today, I'm sure she thinks I would have been a grandmama. I'm proud of you. Public school, to me, helps youth pregnancy. I can speak for that because I was 12 years old in 9th grade, and when I looked up after lunch, everybody was pregnant. I was like, oh my God, I'm not doing this. I had my baby till I was 25, and this isn't to down anybody. This is to expose the environment that we live in a grateful way. Like, I'm grateful to be able to look back and see where things were kind of cringe and kind of wrong. Most people don't have that type of emotional intelligence to say, I was wrong. Let me go back and regroup. Most people are not emotionally intelligent enough to do that. And that's a choice. This is when you want better, you're willing to sacrifice not your moral, but your energy and your time. For 7 years straight, I didn't sleep. Not one night, not one full night. Because I'm sitting up watching my child to see what the incident was going to be like when we were denied, discriminated against for this new technology they had down there in the South. You know, they was probably waiting on my baby to phone and croak. They denied her for everything she deserved. Matter of fact, in 3 different states. You know, and I could have stayed there and She could have went blind because she was almost blind when we got here. There's so much people don't know that I had to endure, and no one cared. No one. I'm telling you, I went to the Office of Civil Rights. They was like, "How did you get here?" This Negro found us. How did she get here? Wow, you're one of those smart ones, huh? This is how they treated me in there. And I was like, yes, I am. I don't want my one child to die. Everyone has died around me. My daughter is named after her two murdered aunts and uncles. I had to realize that while ago. I'm like, yo, my brother was murdered, her aunt was murdered, and I named her after both of these people. That's how much murder has affected me. Okay? A lot of people don't know that. You don't know. Like, this is why I'm just grateful for this space to even be able to share these type of lenses and perspectives. Not complaining, coming from a grateful place of, oh my God, I'm alive to say this today. Let me say it. You feel me? I'm not boasting. Boasting about what? Having to live in a filthy environment and just barely getting by with the hairs on my chin? Yeah. I'm not really looking for pity or sympathy. What will they do? Absolutely nothing, because it's going to happen to the next person and the next person and the next person and my grandchildren if I don't change something. So hopefully, me educating my daughter, myself, which forgive me, child, for not doing it earlier. She's went from the worst schools. I hope that she takes that as initiative to homeschool my grandchildren. And honey, if I'm here, I'm doing it myself. Because the family system has really been deteriorated to where we actually look at each other as competition when we should be looking at each other. That's another part of my nature. I've been trying to build a board of directors for a whole year. Not one person is willing to invest the energy it's going to take to pull what I want to pull off. Not one person. Not somebody's going to listen to me say it, but somebody's going to call me and say, yo, we doing this today? We'll be like somebody with initiative. No. Everybody is just consumers. Oh, fuck. Let me stop. Peace and love. I hope I planted some seeds on here because that was my intent. Anytime I share something, say something, there's a reason behind it. It's never hate. It's never get back. It's never anything like that. It's always hopefully for growth. For growth. We need some growing out here. Like, we making people that are going to be some horrible elders. Like, these are things we really have to sit down and think about and be holding each and every one of us accountable for. I'm accountable for nothing because I did the right thing and I homeschooled. Now, I will say I'm accountable for helping someone do what I did. So I will say this: if you're interested in homeschooling your child, I don't care what grade it is, contact me. Shell from the block at gmail.com. We will do a Zoom call. I'm willing to do it. We will do a Zoom call, see where you're at, location wise, see what your state mandates. If you're serious about it, if you're not serious about it, good luck. Good luck. They're about to be laying off people like crazy soon. Did you see the interest rate that's going up? You know what happens when that happens? No, because we don't talk about these kind of things. I know. My mom and my dad didn't know. Super elders. And I miss those conversations that they used to have because I don't really see people having them anymore. It's a few people. Indigenous Accomack. Peace and love to you. Peace and love to you. Peace and love to you and your journey. I almost believe we might be distantly related from Virginia. Almost believe that, but I don't know. It's just intuition that I have. Because one of my grandmas was definitely Tecumseh. Honey, we got a few tribes I can call out. Few of them, and I'm grateful. I'm just super grateful for this journey. It's maturing me. It's maturing my process. It's a beautiful thing. I don't always have good days. 2 days ago, I didn't do bad as I used to do. I think the drinking had a lot to do with how I used to react with grief. But this year, I just laid down a lot. Didn't really talk to anybody. Chatted kind of online a little bit. I was sad, but I didn't really do a lot of crying like I used to do. And I didn't feel like I wanted to drink. So, it's just a process of growth. I miss my brother. I hope he's walking with me and protecting me and his niece and his daughter every day. It's hard out here, but we got each other. And you got me, okay? I mean that. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. I want to thank you for spending your energy with me here on the block. Please, if you can, give me a subscription. Support my channel, support my journey. Like the video, dislike the video, share this video with your friends and your family, people that you think need to hear this. Homeschooling is not a bad thing, but you have to do what is best for you. See, I have to do what's best for my child. So I don't know, we all different out here. Listen, my baby went in a coma and she woke up. I told God, if you wake my baby up, I'll do whatever it takes, and here we are. She was in a coma for 9 days, and those doctors told me she was going to be brain dead, and she was going to be blind, and she wasn't going to do all this and do all this. She ain't going to be able to write no more because her blood sugar was over 1,300 for too long. It's what they was telling me. I'm in there going crazy. Why would they tell me some shit like that don't go well? I was so far from my right mind back then. But on the 9th day, she woke up. And I said, God, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do. And he said, all right, well, guess what? You're going to need Medicaid and you ain't going to be able to go to work. So I want you to hold your promise. Oh, my God, I got to put out of people's homes because I didn't have enough money to pay the rent that they wanted. Which meant they was never trying to help me in my situation. That's why I was like, Lord, I guess they only help people with cancer. Because I swear, I didn't know that people would do people like that. It's the trauma that me and her went through. But I don't even want to get to that because I'm just grateful, honey, that I got out of that environment of do or die. And I'm in this space now where she's okay. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not on my own land. I'm not on my own land with sovereignty surrounding me. I'm not on my own land with sovereignty surrounding me. Yes. But I can't say that, I'm not where I have been. I'm not sleeping in my truck. I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch. I'm not begging to be seen as a human being anymore. And that's a big deal. It's a big deal. You gotta be grateful for your wins and your losses. I'm learning how to be grateful for my losses as well. Because I'm learning that really these losses ain't really losses. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta stay home with my child every day. Then I realized, what the hell was I doing this whole time? Drop my baby off at school and do what? While she's being mistreated by these unruly adults. I'm not talking about all teachers. There are some good teachers, but I have to stress that there are some people there because my situation wasn't about gun violence. My situation was my daughter has an illness. She has to be maintained there the way I maintain her at home, and they felt like that wasn't in their pay grade. Then when it comes to the nurse is following laws and policies from the House Committee. So they'll write laws and say, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. It's putting my daughter in danger. One day I'll even share this. One day my daughter gave herself extra insulin so she could take her state test and not be a burden on the teacher. Because he clearly made her feel like you're a burden. So she made up in her head because this is deadly. Deadly. She went in the bathroom, injected herself with extra insulin, hoping that would just keep everything okay so she could get through her test and not be a burden on the teacher. I had to run to the school because my daughter was dying. And I signed the NDA, was supposed to be quiet, they kicked my ass. My daughter almost died. That's only one time. I won't say the school. How about that? I won't say this. It happened in Florida. You know, people don't understand. You know, people really don't understand until it happens to them. So we are all we got. We have to stick together. If I run into a problem, I should be sharing this issue with other parents. Because when that happened to me, I would have loved to have been part of a community to where I could have went to the Supreme Court and done like this mother just did. But I want to salute her. And her, I ain't going to say whiteness, but I salute her whiteness. Because without her whiteness, nothing would have ever got done. We would have kept signing NDAs because I was forced to sign an NDA. Forgive me. Damn you, Florida. No, I'm serious. That's serious. Like, my daughter would have died when I would have died. Oh, we're sorry. Moving on to the next student. This is why I have moments of gratefulness that other people don't understand why the world is falling apart. She can just be grateful. Yes, I can. That don't mean I don't hurt for what's going on. That don't mean I don't hurt for what's going on. Show gratitude, show love to someone. Today, tomorrow, or every day after this. Please like and share this video. Peace and love to you and yours. I'm going to need you to be safe. I'm going to need you to be aware around here. I love you.
A safe space where facts can be processed for results. Please like, dislike, subscribe. I do subscribe back, okay? Comment, share. I am grateful for your presence here on the block.
Social responsibility isn't a deep shift because it's a voluntary tactic, a reaction to a certain market at this point. And as the corporation reads the market differently, it can go back. One day you see Bambi, next day you see Godzilla.